Question. If you're waiting for life to slow down before you take care of yourself, when do you think that's going to happen? Because you've been doing what needs to be done, showing up, pushing through. But what if the next bold step isn't doing more? What if it's choosing what supports you? You can handle a lot. You've proven that. But handling it doesn't mean it isn't costing you in your peace, in your body, in your emotional well being. So today, we're talking about being bold for you. Welcome to Making Space for Me, a podcast for women who give a lot and are ready to start choosing themselves. This space is built on a simple truth. Self-priority isn't selfishness, it's stewardship. Here, we talk about what it really looks like to prioritize your needs in a life that never slows down because your well-being matters too. I'm your host, Otanthia Williams-Brady, and welcome. Being bold is often described as acting with courage, confidence, and conviction, pursuing goals, embracing risks, and stepping outside of your comfort zone, even when you're afraid. Now, most of us have practiced that kind of boldness at some point: a new job, a new degree, starting a business, buying a home, becoming a parent, or leaving something that wasn't working. These moments were bold because they required risks, that's stepping into the unknown, sometimes by choice and sometimes out of necessity. And that kind of boldness was easy to recognize because it was visible. But there's a different kind of boldness, one that we often overlook. That's being bold when it comes to caring for you. Bold enough to honor your limits, bold enough to stop abandoning yourself. For many of us, one of the harder parts about being bold for ourselves isn't just starting something new, it's stopping what's been normal. It's stepping outside of the version of yourself that can't rest without guilt, says yes too quickly, keeps the peace at your own expense, carries what isn't yours to carry, and keeps showing up while quietly disappearing inside. That version of you may have felt necessary at one point. It may have helped you fulfill your roles and responsibilities, but eventually it became survival. And that survival became your lifestyle, a lifestyle where burnout became all too familiar. And now you're in a space where you're not where you want to be. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about you. I'm talking mentally, with mental clutter, stress, overwhelm. I'm talking physically, chronic exhaustion, aches and pains, insomnia, gut issues. I'm talking emotionally, where you're functioning, but you're not feeling full. And listen, this doesn't take away from the good and the beauty in your life, because at the same time, you can still look around and say, life is okay. Things aren't terrible. I have blessings. I have good in my life. And yes, that may all be true, but let's ask the real question. Are you who you want to be in your life? Are you feeling how you want to feel in your life? Because if not, then it's time for a different kind of bold. And that boldness looks like choosing yourself. Now, here's truth. Prioritizing your needs can feel selfish, not because it is selfish, but because it's unfamiliar. If you've been the dependable one, the strong one, the one who handles everything, then support can feel strange. Rest can feel strange. Boundaries can feel strange. And when something feels unfamiliar, your mind can label it as wrong, like something you shouldn't be doing. So your mind starts whispering, people are going to think you've changed. You're doing too much. You're letting people down. Who do you think you are? That's fear talking. But boldness isn't the absence of fear. Boldness is doing what's best even in the presence of fear. And sometimes that fear isn't about the change itself. Sometimes that fear is about what the change will require of you. A new boundary, higher standards, deeper honesty, clearer priorities, hard conversations, and yes, even a willingness to disappoint people who may have benefited from the old you. That's real. But even in the presence of that, it is still worth it. Bold for yourself doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes bold looks like boundaries, saying no without a 5 point explanation, logging off instead of proving you can do it all. Sometimes it looks like care, resting before everything is done, booking the appointment you keep putting off, eating like your body deserves care, and moving your body because you want to live well. Sometimes it looks like honesty, asking for help when you really need it, admitting you're not okay and refusing to pretend otherwise, and choosing what supports you even if others don't understand. That's boldness because it challenges the old agreement you made with life that I will handle it even if it costs me. But being bold says, I'll handle it, but not at the expense of myself. I am going to take care of me too. Being bold for you is choosing the version of you that is clearer in your mind, steadier in your emotions, supported in your body, grounded in your spirit, and present in your life. Not perfect, but purposeful. Because the best version of you isn't the woman who does the most, it's the woman who can show up without abandoning herself. There is something beautiful about a woman who decides, I'm not going to keep running myself into the ground. I'm not going to keep ignoring my body. I'm not going to keep shrinking my needs. I'm going to live in a way that supports me. And that's not selfishness. That's wisdom. That's growth. That's stewardship. And that kind of boldness changes everything. So if you're in a season where you feel stretched, I want you to sit with this question. Where is life asking you to be bold for you, and what does that look like? Is it a boundary, a conversation, a decision you've been delaying, or a small act of care you keep minimizing? You don't have to change everything today. Just choose one bold step that supports you. If being bold for you feels scary, it's because you're doing something new. But your well being isn't optional, and choosing yourself isn't a betrayal of others. It's a commitment to the life you were meant to live. So be bold for you. Not later, not someday. Start today where you are. If this episode resonated, share it with a woman who needs the reminder that it's okay to boldly care for her. Until next time, be gentle with yourself and keep making space for you.